we're back. We got an urgent quest ready to be given out by the Burna chief. First off, though, gonna make a pilgrimage off to the head Meowstress, because I figured out the search function. So, I had it set to find a Palico of this type, with the tail and everything. So now, if we look at the available options that she has, the color, which is the second to last blue text option, you can see it with the orange diamond. They are all looking like this. They all just have different like traits and whatnot. So, like this one's got, I believe that's Shock Trap or a Pitfall Trap, an Emergency Escape. This one's got some sort of Plundering Boomerang, I think. No, wait, that's this one. The other one might be like hucking a bunch of items out of the monsters. This one's got an Armor Horn, which could be useful. And then a bunch of other things that are locked behind requirements. For now, though, I'll hire this one, and I'm going to name it... There we go. Alright, and now we've hired Hobbs. So we're gonna go in here, change up our dudes. So now we have a healing Palico, and Hobbs, our defensive Palico. There he is. In the meantime, I will also set... Let's see here. Okay, I'm also going to set something different now. Let's see if I can pick something I like. Actually, make it anything. Yeah, make it anything of this, and then change the color to... A good offset of orange would be blue, so let's get a blue guy. Then, for eyes, let's put a scar over his eye. And then his ears. Perky, like he's on the lookout for something. Tail, all bushy, why not? And then type 3 voice, because why not? Yep. And they're set, so she's gonna find a new group next time. For now, though, allow us to upgrade some of our equipment. So, one of the quests that we had to do for gathering supplies was a mining quest, so I got to be able to mine a bunch. Now I have a bunch of earth crystals and whatnot to be able to upgrade. So I can also craft a couple of new charge blades here. I'm going to craft this one, and I'm going to equip it. Then for bows, I might as well get this one going. And not equip it, just put it in the inventory. As far as armor is concerned, we can craft the Knight's Helm now, but I'm not sure I want to. Because right now it has the same default stats as the Burna wig, or the Burna cap and whatnot. Plus, I also want to save on Zenny and materials for some more of these. This is the Jaggy set, this is the Banabra set. And we're not going to be able to craft those until we actually have fought the large monster. But if you check this out, this is the suit for the Banabra. Now that looks flashy, and I'm probably going to be using that for the bow. And as far as the Jaggy armor is concerned, I believe it gives attack up, so I kind of want that. You can check out the skills here. It's a little hard to understand what everything here is, but whatever. Now then, we have a new Charge Blade, looking all fancy. But now that I think about it, maybe I should upgrade the other one I have. So now it could do 80 damage, but I can also gain access to other things. So here's the upgrade menu. This is a stone that I'm putting in. It has a value of 1, and if I put 4 stones in there, it counts as 4 in total. But I can also put 2 earth crystals in there, and it would count as 4. I could also put Macalite in there. Don't really want it. This is ore scrap, which is for the Palicos to use, also a value of 1. The stones are very very useless in the long run. They can't be used for anything crafting-wise. Or not much crafting-wise, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. Unless that's iron ore, in which case, whoops. But anyway, we're going to upgrade this, not going to equip it. But now we need 3 hot peppers, I think that is, to upgrade it into level 3. Once we get to level 3, we unlock this, which is a rare 2 Charge Blade, which is probably going to be a lot better overall. As far as the bow is concerned, okay, we can use low-grade ore for that. This we need carpenter bugs. Let's see, Capitor Kirap. A killer beetle. Okay, yeah, we need killer beetles. Those are higher rank bugs. But as far as this is concerned, we can upgrade this using the stones or iron ore, whichever this is, or earth crystals. And now we have access to the Banabra bow. That is, I believe, a Celtis bow. And this is a... Oh, this is a... Why am I blanking on the name? Great Maccao bow. So, there we go. Is this a Celtis bow? No, it must just be another bug-type bow. Either way, looks pretty neat. I do like insectoid-type weapons. It looks like it upgrades into the... Okay, so level 1 shot would turn out to be the same type of shot for the 3rd level, which would be a level 3 attack power of that. And it can also equip paint coating, paintball coating, power coating. I want to say that's sleep coating and poison coating. Could be wrong. No, yeah, one of those is paralysis, one of them is poison, I want to say, because Banabra bow, I'm pretty sure, does that. Okay, yeah, far right one that's highlighted is paralysis, and the one that's right above the bottom left one, like second from bottom left, is poison. Because this one can use poison, and this one can also use poison. That makes the bottom one paint coating, etc. I'm learning Japanese, guys, it's fine. Okay, what you got for me? So now, we should have our first large monster to fight. The Urgent Quest. The Great Maccao. Or as it's called, Dosu Maccao. Alright, we're gonna get fired up here. This is gathering, I want to say. Like, it increases the amount of things you can get from a gathering spot. I'm gonna pick Dissen, because I don't remember what it is. And rather than using money, I'm gonna use my Hunter's Guild points, which becomes very obsolete very quickly. I'm also gonna stop by here, see what I can do for my Palicos, because this is the Palico Armory. You can equip your Palicos with new craftable weapons and whatnot. So we can give him a cane, it looks like. Like a hurting cane, but we can also give him a great sword. Yellow sharpness, not bad. And an increase in power. For the great sword, at least. With ore scrap. As far as armor is concerned, we can give him a helmet. A different helmet. And then armor. I'm going to go ahead and get one of these, equip it, get one of these, equip it, and now we don't have any more ore scrap to use for our new weapons, so we're just going to have to make do. But now Hobbs is all decked out in armor. Look at him walk around. Alright, here we go. So, between each hunt, it's recommended to go to your item box and deposit all the things you don't necessarily need for the hunt. I deposited the poison coating there just so I can continue to get more free ones. But here we go. Our first hunt. Like our first official hunt of a large monster. Now the Great Maccao, if I'm not mistaken, will spawn in the ruined campsite, which should be Area 6? Off the top of my head? I'm going to have to prove myself wrong in a second. And it is Area 5. That was one number off. Come on, give me some credit here. You can pretty much get there whichever way you decide to walk. Like, you can go to 2, into 4, into 5, and that's pretty much the same amount of time for this path, which is to go from 1 to 6 into 5. Planning out your map exploration can come into, into necessity later For right now, though, it's not overly terrible. So you can pretty much go whichever way you want, just as long as you know where the monster is. I've also set my Hunter Arts controls to be a little different. So instead of using the D-pad to use them, I use a combination of buttons. So for my over limit, as I learned it's called, I just hit ZL and X at the same time. And to lock onto the monster, I just hit the right analog stick. But now I can also move the camera around with the D-pad, so that might come into use when I'm using the bow. But for right now... There's the great Maccao. Hey, where you going? Hey! Get back here. Yeah, you. Oops, missed the first paintball. Good start. Alright, so paintball, as you can see on the minimap right now, is marking where the giant monster is, with the giant pink dot. So the Maccao itself, the great Maccao, will be fighting alongside its tiny brethren, which can get in the way every now and then. Just pay them no mind, really. Focus on the big guy. I'm also going to see if I can use more parries and adept dodges and whatnot. Right now, though, it's not looking too good. Alright, come on, guy. Oh, barely missed me. So, the explosive files that I have, the impact files as they're called, are able to deal impact damage to monsters. And what impact damage does, it makes it easier to break certain parts of a monster. So for the Maccao, the breakable parts I know of are its head and its tail. So if I was to hit it with any impact files on the element discharge... Oops. Oh, sweet. I knocked him down. If I do this, it makes it easier to break his tail or his head. But right now, I'm just trying to keep my file status in check, rather than actually discharge them all. So that's a parry, and if I use my X attack in the middle of it, I do a turnaround swing that will also recharge all my files. So if I have a bunch in stock, but I haven't charged them yet, it automatically charges them, so I don't need to worry about bouncing off enemies by having too much charge. This is a jumping attack, and if you do enough of those, the monster in question will be mounted, or mountable even. I'm about to lose all my health. So, Mega Potions are a saving grace in this. Make sure you're carrying all your potions all at once. Or carrying enough of them so that you don't die, rather. Looks like we succeeded on the sub-quest, which I think was take out a certain amount of Maccao. Let's see, where was I? Alright, jumping attacks. So jumping attacks and mounting. I wonder if I'm going to be able to show it right now. If not, I'm going to be able to show it later. That's the adept dodge. If you dodge through an enemy's attack, you will evade it completely. Oh, and I'm also seeing that the Maccao is exhausted / hungry. So, at times, it'll decide that it doesn't want to move around as much. At other times, it'll try to leave the area to go find food. Hopefully I can catch it on this next little bit, trying to recover its strength just by standing around. Okay, here we go. So, it's exhausted. He's gonna stand there, not doing anything for a few seconds. Usually that's a good way of dealing damage to them. And also when they're exhausted, they do extra things to some of their attacks, like that one. He stumbled. Normally, if he wasn't exhausted, he wouldn't do that. He's a little upset at me right now with that roar, but not too upset. If he was too upset, he would no longer be drooling. Alright, let me go ahead and use this. So, over limit, or overdrive, for the Charge Blade will increase the maximum amount of files up to 7 from 5, and each tier level of that increases the maximum amount of files that you have available. So this will last for as long as the time limit is available to it, as indicated by the flashing blue bar, now where the red bar used to be. And it looks like I've done a lot of damage to this great Maccao, such that it's limping, now trying to get back to its nest to sleep it off. And if they sleep off the damage they took, they recover some health and are ready to fight once again. But you can still fight them. They will still try to attack as like a desperation type move. But it's not long until he's about to go down. The limp just means that they are low on health. Not necessarily anything else. They will still fight you as much as they normally would. But don't let your guard down because of that. So I'm going to go for a shot on the head. I'm not doing my super-powered discharge yet because he kept moving around. But let's try this now. Got him. Well, for our first monster, kind of had to use a couple of Mega Potions just because of lackluster armor, but came out on top. I think it was pretty good. Most large monsters will offer 3 carves at the end of the hunt. Others will start increasing it by 1. Usually some of the actually larger monsters, not necessarily more threatening monsters. But then we'll also get to see later on what it's like to cut off a tail. I guess we also demonstrated how the if you deal enough impact damage to the head, you stun the monster. But the Charge Blade also excels at cutting off tails, and we'll see that later. Well, successful hunt. We got a bunch of Great Maccao hide and scales. There was the tail spike, I'm pretty sure, with the yellow dragon laying down icon. These are all pretty much saying we got a whole bunch of other things we just unlocked, such as the next greatest Maccao that we've found, like length-wise and weight-wise. Now we have more story quests to get through. We've upgraded to Village Rank 2. Now I'm pretty sure we are able... Oh, not yet. We got another guild quest to go through. Or do we? No, we can just take on new quests at new locations. I'm not able to read these, so I can't really tell where they are. But we got Renoplos as a new monster, so we must be going to the dunes soon. Genprey, yep, definitely going to the dunes now. Hermitor, Cephadrome. Alright. Well, those are for another time. For now, I will be taking a bit of a break, doing other things, and moving on. Actually, maybe we get to see the other villages here after all. Oh yeah, we do. Alright, cool. So we're going to move on to Kokoto. And I wish I could remember what Monster Hunter game this is from, but this is one from a previous Monster Hunter game. I get the feeling Burno was as well, unless you're counting Monster Hunter Generations as being a past game. But this one's from one of the first Monster Hunters. We're gonna have a different change of pace here. We pretty much can do the same quests here, just with a few additional themed ones. We also have a bunch of village requests. Because if we just kept talking to people, we'd be able to find them all. A Poogie! What's up, Poogie? Good Poogie. And you're going back to sleep. What's over here? A sword. Neat. That sword's for later. We can't do anything with that right now. So yeah, this is Kokoto. And we're going to see about going to the other villages now. We'll be back here later. Going to Poke next. Not to be confused with Pokemon, because Poke has 2 Ks. A very wintry town. Also from another Monster Hunter game. And there's the chief. Let's go talk to her. Hello. And another village request. Received. Nice little Himalayan type area. This granny serves as the head meowstress, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she can let you recruit palicos from here. But it looks like we have our new scouts returned. We got a couple of trappers here, so maybe I'm thinking recruit one of them. But we also have treasure hunters. Tempting. Very tempting. I'll hold off on them for now. Wait till I find a type that I prefer a little better. Okay, lastly, my favorite of the 4 villages, Yukumo. Nice ancient Japanese feel to it. And the colors are also very autumnly. And there's the village chief. In her kimono. Let's go talk to her. Yukumo is known for its hot springs. And more village quests. Alright, so that's everything that we need to talk to right now, I'm pretty sure. Let's see here. Map. Nope, that's not the map. World map, there we go. Okay. So we've got little text boxes to get through in all the villages, which I'll do off screen. If I get any new village quests, I'll be able to show them off in the quest counter where appropriate. And then there's also the Gathering Hall, which has some dialogue, not necessary right now. Or the Gathering Hall, even. In the meantime, though, I shall be taking a bit of a break, so see you when I see you.